Hello, Janesville, and welcome back to Park Place Views, the monthly program that aims to keep Janesville residents informed by highlighting the people, places, and partners of the City of Janesville. As always, this program is brought to you by the City of Janesville and JATVMedia Services. I'm your host, Amanda Gilbert, the Communication Specialist for the City of Janesville. In last month's episode, we sat down with Transit Director Rebecca Smith to celebrate a phenomenal 2024 and to highlight all there is to know about Janesville Transit. Today, I'm looking forward to being joined by Riverside and Blackhawk Golf Course General Manager Matthew Vahala. With spring right around the corner, I thought it would be the perfect time to have Matthew on to highlight the city-owned golf courses. Thank you so much for joining us today, Matthew.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. Before we get into it, why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about yourself?
All right. Well, I have been playing golf for over 55 years and in the golf business for over 35. My background is in running big box retail stores, teaching facilities, and golf courses.
Awesome. And what made you want to come work for the City of Janesville?
Well, kind of a funny story there. About 20 years ago or so, I was teaching north of Dallas in a town called Louisville, and I was doing an after-school teaching program, and one of the high school students there, he loved golf, and I said, you know, you love golf so much, maybe one day I'll work for you. And in his journey through golf, he came to Janesville 4 or 5 years ago and became the GM of Riverside Golf Course. And when my wife and I moved up to Madison and Fort Atkinson, he said, I need some help. And so I came to work for a student of mine from 20 years ago.
Oh, wow. Yeah. What a great full circle moment.
Yeah, it really was.
And you've been happy here ever since?
We love Wisconsin, yeah. And Janesville and the area around us is fantastic.
Perfect. Well, I want to jump right in. I mentioned earlier you're the GM of the Riverside and Blackhawk golf courses, but what most people might not know is that the city actually owns them. Are you able to tell us a little bit about each of the courses?
Yeah, you bet. So we'll start with the 9-hole course, Blackhawk. It's a par 34, a lot of big trees, and it's a fun course. It's built a little bit more for the beginning golfer or somebody that wants to play a round of golf in 2 hours or less. But it's a fun course. And of course, being 9 holes, it would be less expensive. Then we go on to the 18-hole course, Riverside. It's a championship level course, and it's a fantastic course to play every day. And we host many prestigious amateur events there. So it's got the scenery that you want. The greens are always in great shape. Ryan Tolley, our superintendent, does a fantastic job out there.
Yeah, I've heard wonderful things. And I'm sure folks, as we're rounding out winter, people are starting to get itching back to get on the golf courses. And I know it's March and this could depend on the weather, but when are you planning to open for the 2025 season?
Historically, sometime in early April for Riverside. We need a good 2 weeks of thawing of the ground, so the ground we'll be able to take the pounding of the golf clubs and the golf carts. The golf clubs don't do maybe as much damage as, a loaded golf cart with 2 people on it and 2 golf bags. So we need a couple of weeks of good thawing weather. And so last year we opened up in February, but then March turned bad.
Right.
So we didn't do much in March, and we got to our normal time in April. And then once that opens in typically early April, Blackhawk will open up 7 to 10 days after Riverside.
Awesome. So we're coming up on it.
Yep, definitely.
And when they're open, if folks are interested in golfing, how do they go about it? They just show up, or do they have to schedule a tee time?
You can show up, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's the 2 courses are very busy. Between the 2 courses this year, we should do between 45 and 50,000 rounds of golf.
Wow.
So just walking up is not an easy thing to do. If you walk up at Blackhawk and there's not a league going on, we can usually work you in within 30 minutes. At Riverside, not so quickly. So the best thing to do would be to go onto our website online, and you can book your tee time there, or you can give us a call. And again, the phone number for that is 608-757-3080. And that's either one of those 2 work well.
Awesome. And of those 50,000 anticipated rounds of golf, you probably have a good number of regulars that come, every day or every other day when their schedule allows. Do they have to pay every time they show up, or do you have like a season pass available for your regulars?
If you want to, you can get a season pass. We start selling those late November for the next year, and that time is already passed, but for this upcoming year, if you come in late November or December, we run a little extra special with the season passes. But the season passes are a great value. If you're going to play 25 to 40 rounds of golf, which a lot of retired people do, and it's just a few times a week every month, and you're going to hit your value and come out ahead. And also, pass holders get discounts on merchandise, except for ping and maybe a few other small things, but they get discounts on merchandise, 10 to 20%. And then they also get a free handicapping service, which is a very nice thing as well.
Awesome. So extra perks to just being able to golf every day like you might want.
Definitely extra perks. And you can get your tee time 10 days in advance as well.
Oh, wow. But not everybody might be a regular or have the time to golf every day, or have maybe even ever tried golfing before in their lives. If you have a new golfer and they want to come out, give it a try, do you offer lessons? Do you have an easier route for them to take?
Definitely. You can contact me. You can find all my contact information on our website. I've done over 30,000 lessons in my time, and love giving lessons to all levels: beginners, right hand, left hand, seniors, handicapped. I've worked with the Shriners Hospital down in the Dallas area. And I also give low-cost lessons for ladies, weekly clinics during the summer. And I think I'm going to add seniors and beginners this year as well. And then also I have an assistant this year, Austin Young, and he's going to take on a lot of that teaching responsibility as well. Awesome.
So if people are afraid of getting out there and kind of making a fool of themselves, no worries at all. You're going to take care of them.
Definitely. The thing we try to stress there is it's not about how well you hit it. It's pace of play. That's probably the most important thing out there is pace of play. And we try to keep the 18-hole course to 4.5 hours and less, even on the busy day, and the 9-hole course around 2 hours or less.
Awesome. On a similar note, I know that Riverside offers lessons for children. Can you tell us about that program?
Yeah, in fact, John Zimmerman hosts our junior camps during the summertime, and a lot of people here are going to know John from Parker High School. He's been around a while, and he coaches the girls' team now, but he's coached the boys' team in the past as well. And he's got these great summer camps that Austin and I help out with, and they will be running in June and part of July. And then at Blackhawk, we run a camp on Fridays only, and Austin will be taking care of those.
Awesome. So even the busiest of people can sign up and get lessons in.
Definitely. All levels, we'll find a time for you.
Fantastic. Now, on top of all of these programs and trainings and different events you guys put on, I know that you guys also host golf tournaments sometimes. Can you walk us through the process of setting that up and what it might look like the day of the tournament?
Yeah, so I'm going to combine tournaments and events here, okay, mm-hmm. and outings. So they're all kind of together. So an event and an outing are typically put on by a charity group or a group of friends or something like that. You'll have anywhere from 24 to 144 players. Tournaments, we have some high school tournaments out there. We have amateur tournaments. The Ray Fisher's a huge tournament. It's 200 of your top amateurs in the state. Steve Stricker has won it before. Tony Romo comes out and plays every year in it. It's a great event. It's a 3-day event. And so for tournaments typically like that, you have to sign up through the WSGA, WLPA, through the high school. Events and outings, though, you would contact myself or Austin, and we could help you out getting your event set up.
Nice. Easy peasy.
Yep.
Outside of the tournaments, if people are looking to host an event that maybe doesn't necessarily have to do with golf, but they just really like the space, Are they able to do that, and how would they go about it?
That would be something new for us, okay? But so we have an indoor space on the upper level in the food and beverage area that can seat about 60, and then the patio on the back can seat about 40. So if they wanted to hold an event there, we could try and figure out, how it can be done. So it hasn't been done before, but doesn't mean it can't be done.
Exactly. I mentioned earlier that the city of Janesville owns the 2 golf courses, Riverside and Blackhawk, but it's actually KemperSports that manages them. Can you tell us about KemperSports and maybe walk us through how it all works, having a manager outside of the ownership?
Yeah. So KemperSports, they're down in Northbrook, Illinois, outside of Chicago. They've been around since 1978. They manage or partly own over 140 properties across the country, ranging from, daily fee courses, municipal courses, to high-end resorts like people would have heard of Bandon Dunes or Stream Song in Florida or Sand Valley here in Wisconsin. And they also do other sporting events. So the Maui Basketball Invitational every year, they run that. They run sporting complexes, hockey rinks. They do it all. Mm-hmm. And so the city reached out to them over 11 years ago, and just last year we renewed the contract, so we're on for another 5 years. And the city's been great to work with. The Parks Department and Colin Slappick have just been doing almost whatever we need, So, and as far as the management goes, we report to them, so they are our client, and we try to stay within the parameters of whatever the city wants done out there as well.
And I think, from an outsider looking in, it has been an incredible partnership. And I think the residents and even different organizations within the golf world would agree that we have 2 really wonderful courses here in Janesville. And in fact, you guys have won a number of different awards, even just this year alone. Can you walk us through some of the accolades you've received?
Yeah, a lot of that is internally being recognized by KemperSports. So as far as, and those awards that we win from them are for the efficiency and the service that we provide to our customers. But nationally, we are a level 2 on tee to green from the Audubon Society, which in order to achieve that, you have to follow certain procedures, on your grounds maintenance and inside and how you dispose of things. And so we're proud of getting to that and being recognized by them. And then we've been recognized by the National Golf Foundation as, one of the best values in the country, and by Golf Pass as being recognized for our service and being a top 25 public course in the state of Wisconsin.
And I also know you guys won or made the list of one of the top friendliest golf courses in the area.
Yes, I think what is it? Number 6 in the country.
Yeah, incredible. Yeah. And a lot of these awards have to do with the staff you guys have on hand and how great and friendly you guys are to work with. And as we head into the busy season, people might be looking for part-time jobs, or you might be looking to hire additional help. If people are interested in getting a job at the golf course, how would they go about applying?
They could do that a few ways. You can go, again, online and fill out an application and then just bring it by to Riverside. We do all of the hiring at Riverside, but it being a seasonal type of job, we always need help. So every spring and right before spring, we definitely need help. So we need help behind the counter. We need help in the pro shop. We need help in food and beverage. We need help in outside services. We need help with starters. We need sometimes help on the grounds crews, the 2 courses. And I think, one of the reasons that we get recognized for our service and friendliness is just has to do with the city and the people that come across us. It's a nice mix of high school and college and a lot of retired. And it's a great mix of people that work there.
Yeah, absolutely. And job openings, something for everybody you guys can offer.
Definitely.
Fantastic. Yep. On a similar note, you have worked for KemperSports now for a while. And you've mentioned you loved it and you like the people you work with and the golf courses. What would you say has been the most rewarding part of your career?
For me, it's probably beginners or just the people that come out to play golf. Seeing them leave with a smile on their face, it's giving them what we call true service, and trying to make their day a nice experience, an enjoyable overall experience. Whether that's through playing a round of golf, giving them a lesson, them having a good hamburger or brat, and it's bringing that smile to that customer every day.
On top of the smiles, why would you say, from your perspective, should a golfer choose to play at Riverside or Blackhawk over a different golf course?
I've been fortunate in my career that I've played some of the best courses around. I've played Pebble Beach. I've played St. Andrews. I played Pinehurst No. 2. I've played a lot. I think I've played 17 of the top 100. And you pay a lot more to play those courses. And if I had to play one course every day and wanted to keep it well within my budget, and Riverside would be right there. It's such a great value. It depending upon the weather and things, it plays differently every day. It's not one course that you're going to conquer all the time, and so that's why I think you should play Riverside. Blackhawk is a fun little course. It gives you challenges. You have to hit certain shots there that you may not at other courses, and again, it's another great value. But I've played a lot of courses, and Riverside is definitely up there.
Awesome. I think that's the best way we could have sold it right there.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah. Matthew, we're almost out of time, but before I let you go, if people have additional questions or they want some more information, how would they reach out to you?
Okay. Again, I hate harping it, but you can go online. All the information's there, but you can also call out to Riverside, again, at 608-757-3080, or email me at mvahala@KemperSports.com. And I only work 6 or 7 days a week, so, I think you'll be able to find me.
Right. Yeah. Well, hey, Matthew, thank you so much for coming on the show. I know on behalf of myself and the viewers, we're all looking forward to what the 2025 golf season has in store.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. And speaking of our viewers, I want to thank everyone for tuning in today and for all you do to help make Janesville a vibrant and diverse community to discover life's opportunities. I invite you to stay connected with the city by following us on Facebook, X, and Instagram, signing up for notifications from the JPD via the Nixle app, and signing up to receive city press releases by visiting janesvillewi.gov/email lists. For Park Place Views and the City of Janesville, I'm Amanda Gilbert. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you again next month.